What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Broku no Hero. Today we have a what-if story talking about what if Asta was in the world of Dragon Ball. I've actually done a similar video of this on my other channel, Broku72, but instead I did a what if Goku landed in Black Clover. So if you're interested in to see that story, I will link that video down in the description below. Also, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as well as turn on notifications to be notified every time I upload a Black Clover video. So the story of Dragon Ball begins when Goku meets Bulma early on, and Goku was a beast who could tank bullets and lift cars, as well as run extremely fast. But in this story, a portal opens up as Goku's pod is about to land on Earth, and teleports that pod to the church in Black Clover, while it drops Asta on Grandpa Gohan's doorstep. Gohan would be surprised to see a little baby abandoned at this place. He picks up baby Asta and sees that his name is written on his shirt. Ah, Asta is your name. Why were you left here, little young one? Asta is a rambunctious little kid, but not nearly as bad as Goku was before he hit his head. Grandpa Gohan would notice that Asta was a bit different. Asta was far stronger than the average baby, and that is based off of the anime scene where baby Asta kicked father in the face and knocked him against the wall. Asta being in Dragon Ball actually changes that a lot because Asta doesn't have an Ozaru form, meaning Grandpa Gohan would never die, or at least wouldn't die by the time Dragon Ball starts, which means that Asta would actually be far stronger than Goku was as a 12-year-old. This is because Asta wouldn't only have his physical prowess, but would be trained by Grandpa Gohan much more than Goku ever got to. Asta would be stronger, have a better grasp at martial arts, and could use the Dragon Ball version of Ki, making him far faster, stronger, and more durable than without it. Not only would Asta likely know how to do the Kamehameha as well. This is because Grandpa Gohan would know how to do it, and if Asta proves himself and learns Ki, because Grandpa Gohan would be able to teach Asta more, because Grandpa Gohan would actually be alive, then he could learn the Kamehameha. So then Bulma and Asta somehow meet and the adventure begins. But I'm going to make the decision to skip all of Dragon Ball for this story and just skip ahead to Dragon Ball Z. I just don't really want to make a story of Asta in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z seemed more interesting to me, so I'm going to do that. So we're going to say that Asta went through pretty much all of what Goku went through, and mainly the same events has happened. Asta's married to Chi-Chi, he's had a son named Gohan. Asta is a full-blown adult now, and is just a complete monster. But even though Goku isn't in this universe anymore, that doesn't change the fact that his brother, Raddatz, wouldn't still come looking for him on Earth. So just a few years after Asta defeated Piccolo, Raddatz would come to Earth. It goes the same. He runs into the farm with a shotgun and is nearly killed by him. Luckily the farmer was suppressed at the time. He then runs into Piccolo and straight up makes him look like a child, like he actually did in original Dragon Ball Z. But then of course he senses Asta heading to Roshi's house with Gohan, so he can introduce everyone to his new son. And Raddatz would eventually land on Roshi's island and confront Asta. Kakarot, what are you doing? The planet is meant to be destroyed. Wait, you look nothing like my brother. White hair? No tail? Why is your power level this strong? You must be Kakarot. Kakarot? Asta looked both confused and familiar at the same time as he looked down at Raddatz's tail. My name is Asta. I don't know who this Kakarot is that you speak of. We Saiyans are an alien race, and my brother was sent here to kill everyone on this planet. Well, obviously, he failed. This statement by Asta enrages Raddatz. He lifts his hand and launches a ki blast at Asta, which Asta effortlessly dodges. Wait, your power level is only 600. How did you dodge that? Wait, 3,000? Power level 7,000? This is impossible. The ki blast eradicates Raddatz completely with only specks of him remaining in the dust. Wow, Asta, the strongest person you ever fought and you defeat him that easily? Of course, I've never ignored my training. Well, I should probably get back to Chi-Chi now. Ugh. Asta began screaming and grabbing his head. Asta, what's wrong? Visions were flashing through Asta's head. Visions of a different world. Yuno, Yami, Sister Lily, Noelle, all of them screaming in pain. Then Goku, in a Black Bull's uniform, looking deep into Asta's eyes. Asta realized that this person was trying to communicate with him, screaming for help. The very fabric of the universe was shaking, and it grew dark for a few seconds. But as soon as the pain stopped, the shaking stopped as well. Asta, what was that? Well, ever since I could remember, I dreamed of a different world. A world where people use magic instead of ki. People I have never seen before, but they seem so familiar. This time it seemed a lot of them were hurt, and one was even calling out to me, like he needed saving. He had black, spiky hair, and a tail. Was it Raddatz? No, that's the thing. I wonder if that person was Kakarot, Raddatz's brother. What if we were both meant to be in different places and now this weird stuff is happening? I think you should get some rest. Asta and Gohan gets up onto Kente 1 and head back to Chi-Chi. For years, Asta continues his training, still dreaming every night about the Black Bulls and friends from another universe. But no dream was ever as interactive as the one that he had that day with Raddatz arriving, but he still always had them in his thoughts. Finally, after years passing, Asta decided to do something about this. He gathered the Dragon Balls, and Shenron was summoned. The people I've been dreaming about. Who are they? And why am I dreaming about them? Ah, those are the Magic Knights. Yami, Yuno, Luck, and Kakarot. Kakarot? What? Kakarot and you have an interesting connection. You were both abandoned and sent to new places except for some reason, you guys switched. A magic had switched your places. This universal breach has kept you guys connected. How do I find him? I've already granted a wish, and anyways, that is beyond my power. Shenron dissipated, and the balls spread around the world. Asta looked down. He was only more confused. How did this happen? And how could he find Kakarot and his friends to help him? He went back into his house, pondering his life away. Asta's eyes closed, and his mind fell to dreams. He saw Kakarot and friends struggling against a bright figure. Powerful. The figure was so fast that it seemed he was fighting all of the Black Bulls at the same time. This isn't the first time that they had fought him in his dreams. It's as if these Magic Knights were fighting this guy for years. 2 battles ago, Yami had his arm sliced off by the figure's sword magic, and now used his dark creation magic to configure a magic prosthetic arm that he could use. He realized that these mages were actually on the defensive. They were protecting someone. 2 people. Spatial mages named Finral and Langris. Both were installing magic stones onto their body, and both took a dark magic item that multiplied their power tenfold. They then committed unification magic, combining their powerful spatial magic, and they yelled, alternate dimensional portal. Asta woke up to a giant explosion going on nearby. He couldn't sense any large key, but only the keys of the innocents being destroyed. He headed there fast. It ended up being Dr. Gero and his androids. Asta, I'm Dr. Gero of the Red Ribbon Army. You ruined my army years ago, and I've been planning my vengeance ever since. And now you are... Before Gero could finish his sentence, a portal opened up next to Goku, and out came a younger-looking mage. He shot a blue beam out of his hand, and it seemed that Dr. Gero and Android 19 were trapped into a time stasis. Hello, my name is Caesar Novachrono. We need your help. But don't worry, Asta. I can hold them in here until you get back. Go now before it closes. Asta thought to himself, This is the portal that was in his dream. Was he actually seeing it in real time? Asta jumped through the portal, and immediately he was in a world completely different from the Earth that he had known. It worked! He's here! Langris and Finral were applauded for their strong spatial magic. Asta, we've been spending years trying to figure out how to get you here. How do you guys know? Ah, Asta. I heard a lot about you from Kakarot. Seems like there's been a bit of a mix-up. You? Both Goku and Asta look at each other at the same time. Both have been dreaming about the others for years, and now they have finally met. And Goku says, now we can finally defeat Licht. That, guys, is my fanfiction. So yes, it turns out these 2 what-ifs are connected. Somehow, someway, somebody, or some people, had Goku, and they had Asta switched into different universes. And Licht needs to be defeated. And yes, there is Caesar Novachrono. I feel like Julius is going to have a kid in this Black Clover story at some point. We don't know yet, but, I mean, he's the Wizard King. He's 40. He's in his 40s. He's probably going to have a kid. And he's probably going to be super strong. So, yeah, I just made up a character named Caesar Novachrono. He has time magic as well, and that's how he's holding the androids back. But yeah, guys, I'm going to do a What If Goku Landed in Black Clover Part 2, which will be the prequel to this one, technically. This is going to show Goku up to the point where they fought Licht, and then I'll do a finale where it's going to be Goku and Asta fighting side by side against people. But I hope you guys do enjoy this What If. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And also turn on notifications to be notified every time I upload a Black Clover video. Peace out. Plus...